Is article marketing dead? I know that's a serious question. This is Matt and I'm here with Ryan, and we're going to talk about that. We're also going to learn how to supercharge your online marketing efforts. Here's my story. Man, I used to do lots of article marketing. I mean tons of article marketing, thousands of submissions each and every week to numerous websites, and I used to get great results. This was normally the only thing I needed to do to get amazing search engine rankings and bunches of free traffic. And over time, it just seemed like this all changed. I would still do article marketing exactly like I had in the past, but I just wasn't getting the same results. That's when I just knew I had to do something different. So here's what I found out. Of course, this was after thousands of hours in testing and research, was that the search engines had changed. You see, there are literally millions of new pages being created each and every day across the internet. And the search engines, they have a challenging job. They have to find all these pages and then decide if they have any value to their users. Long gone are the days of just throwing up a piece of content and then just having the search engines go crazy over it. It just doesn't seem like that works anymore. So I knew I had to do things differently. You see, I was sick and tired of my sites lagging in the search engines. I was tired of not getting the traffic that I used to get, and obviously, along with that, the conversions and the money that went with it. I desperately wanted to go back to that place where I was before, when I was at the top of the search engines for my selected keywords, when I got traffic to my sites, when I enjoyed the revenues that those visitors brought to me. So here's what that means. My articles were not getting indexed. And if you're not indexed, that means the search engines are not counting those pages. Once I figured this out, I set out on a mission. I had to find out the best way to fix this. And there's a couple different steps that I took to get to the bottom of this. For starters, I need to find a way to keep track of all the different locations where my articles are being posted. You see, I don't just submit one article at a time or to one website. I use systems to distribute my content across the web, not just to one or two sites, or not even to just 100, but literally thousands of websites for each and every article. First, I need to identify a way to find all the article locations across the web. I developed a methodology to make this happen, and it involves using WordPress blogs. Everyone knows what blogs are, and most people use them for their own websites. Personally, I use WordPress for every single one of my websites, period. There was one feature in here that I had literally been ignoring for years, and it saved my article marketing efforts. Pingbacks. I know, what is a pingback? A pingback is a notification that another blog has linked to yours. Alright, so why is that so important? Because many of the article distribution networks available today are leveraging traditional article directory sites with blogs, specifically WordPress blogs. So each and every time one of your articles hits a blog, it sends you an instant notification that you have new links to your money site. I always knew this is what it did, but I never realized how important this really was. It really just came to me. It was one of those aha moments. I knew that I could now just keep track of these pingbacks and know exactly where my articles are being distributed. It was like having an insider view to what was going on around the internet. So great, now what? Well, I started going through all my money sites and grabbing all these pingbacks which pinpointed the locations of my articles. Then I started reinforcing these articles with links. You might have heard build links to your links already, but if you haven't, then this is exactly what you need to start doing. In fact, if you have not already started doing this, I assure you that by adding this to your promotional mix, you will greatly increase your results. Here's the reason why. One of the things I noticed about my articles is that none of them were being indexed by Google or the search engines for that matter, or other search engines for that matter. If they are not indexed, then they simply just are not even being counted. I ran tests and the indexing rate for all of my articles ranged from the low teens on the downside to close to 20% on the high side. Either way, a lion's share of my distributed content wasn't even being considered by Google. They were simply just being ignored. Remember earlier when I told you I like to automate everything? Well, the same applies here. I figured out a way to automate building links to my links. I personally developed a WordPress plugin that does exactly this. It automates the links building to all of your pingback URLs, all on autopilot, so you can spend your time doing the things that you love, spending time with your family, having fun, or working on other areas of your business. Let's take a look at the plugin so you can see exactly how it works. For starters, I'm already logged into the back end of our WordPress blog, And as you can see, we have 122 comments. 11 of them are approved, another 111 are pending. The reason why is the 11 that are approved are real comments. The 111 that are not approved or pending are actually pingbacks. What a pingback is when you submit an article and it gets published on another blog, it automatically notifies your blog that they've posted your article on their site and they're linking back to you. So that's a backlink to your site. You know about it, but that doesn't mean that Google knows about it. So let's go ahead and look at these comments. So here's the pingbacks here. So let's just go ahead and just open a couple of these up, and what we'll see is if they're actually indexed and cached by Google. So here's the first one. I'm going to go ahead and check the Google cache, and that one is not indexed. We'll check this one. This one's also not indexed. So this one is indexed, which is great, and this one's still loading. There it goes. So let's check that one and see if it's cached by Google. It is not cached. So that's 4 right there. One of them is cached, so that's 25%. That's pretty good, but we'd really like to see 75% or even 100% being cached by Google. So let me go ahead and close these tabs out and get rid of them. So what we did is we developed a plugin called Pingback Optimizer that will automatically build links back to your pingback so you don't have to worry about it. And how it does this is creates an RSS feed automatically on your website and submits it to RSS directories. So let's go ahead and load this up. It's going to go ahead and submit these RSS feeds to just over 10 different RSS directories for you, each one of them building a backlink to your pingbacks that are out there on the internet on other people's blogs. Let's go ahead and take a look at one. Let's go into export management and let's export, while this loads here, let's export all the RSS feeds that we've created and developed on this site itself and submitted, and just download the file. Go ahead and open it right up. And what I'm going to do is just pick one here. Let me go ahead and copy this RSS feed, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to load this RSS feed up in the browser, and you can see all the different RSS feeds. What it does, it automatically goes out and creates an RSS feed from all the content that you already have syndicated across the internet. Let's just go ahead and click on this top one. So it's loaded up an article, and we can go ahead and check and see if that's cached by Google. And in fact, it is cached by Google. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the amazing results that we've achieved using article marketing in conjunction with Pingback Optimizer. If you're into local marketing or local SEO, this is a great plugin to use. As you can see, for the keyword Dallas painting, we're #1, and that's with over 3 million competing pages. For Fort Worth roofing, we're going up to over 350,000 competing pages, and we're also #1 there. This is also very effective for larger markets such as GPS voices. We're #1, over 1 million competing pages. And how about hypnosis weight loss? That right there is a high converting money keyword, and we're also #1 for that against over 1 million competing pages. We're even beating out Mayo Clinic and other authority sites. One thing about RSS directories is absolutely one of the best ways available today to bring the search engines just like Google running to your content and to your website. One thing's for certain, all this extra exposure is ultimately going to accomplish one thing. It's going to get your external content indexed and cached by the search engine so that your content actually starts to count. Up until now, that content was just a waste of space on the internet. The good news is that after using this on all of my blogs, hundreds of my blogs, I've decided to share this with you. The reason why is I realize that many of you may not have the time to manually do this process and ultimately experience the increase in search engine rankings that you desperately desire. Alright, some of you might not know how to do article marketing. I want you to know that's not a problem. We've got you covered. Included with your Pingback Optimizer plugin, we're going to throw in a comprehensive blueprint that shows you exactly how we do article marketing. This is going to have the tools that we use, the guidelines that we give our outsourcers, and how we dominate online using article marketing. I've even made it available in 2 different packages or 2 different versions for 2 different types of website owners. You know, for the guy that just has one website, we have a single domain license. And then for those of you that have several websites or 100 or even thousands of sites, then we have the unlimited domain license, which is definitely for you. The single domain license is only $47. That's it. And the unlimited domain license is a screaming deal at $97. And right off the top, this isn't some surprise continuity sham either. This is just a one-time purchase. And of course, you will also get free access to all the updates in the future. And just to take away any concerns that you might have about making this purchase, I'm going to go ahead and remove every single ounce of risk from you, and I'm taking it all on myself. With a zero risk, no questions asked, 100% money back, 60-day guarantee. And here's my bold claim. If you are not 100% absolutely satisfied with the plugin for any reason whatsoever, just ask for a refund within the allotted time. Done deal, no questions asked. Heck, we can even still be friends afterwards. Also, if you do not see an increase in the index rates of your content from the Pingback backlinks, then just ask for a refund. I'm positive, I know for sure within 60 days, you will definitely see an increase in your index rates and your search engine rankings. Here's what I want you to do right now. I want you to click on the purchase button below and get this plugin for your WordPress blog, and then start getting your backlinks indexed and build links to your links on autopilot.